70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 93.7 The Ticket. Man, big shout out to Empower Fencing out in Waverly, Nebraska. Matt Warner, man, you guys doing big things, and just know that I'm watching y'all and I'm proud of y'all. And keep doing those Monday morning meetings too, man. Those are huge. You know, I got to be honest with you. So this weekend was kind of tough. And but I'm good though. I finally can say that the funeral for my close friend in Texas, it happened. The weather had prevented it from happening sooner, but they finally had some decent weather and they got it in. So rest in peace, Benny Barrett, man. I love you for life. Until we meet again, man, I just wanted to show some love to you. You know, I got a chance yesterday to go to the big city of Columbus, Nebraska, to watch a basketball game. My son's team is the Kirkwood Eagles out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. They came down to Columbus to play. I think it's called Central Community College in Columbus. Maybe I got that wrong, but it was a good game. Kirkwood won, so it was a good distraction for me to go and watch that game versus sit at home and think about my friend that I lost. You know, this thing called life, speaking of life, it happens to all of us. And, you know, one thing that I really want to talk about tonight is life as an athlete and then afterwards. So I got another former Husker, y'all. And he's, you know, we got this thing, former Huskers. And this right here is kind of a double whammy for me because his dad was a former Husker as well. So his dad's my little brother and he's my little brother. So I got a father and son, little brother team working here. And we're going to have to get your dad on the show. But Josh Medeiros, man, welcome to the show.
I appreciate you having me on, Ricky. I can't remember so what, Dad got there in 83.
Yep, and that was my senior year.
And that was your he was little brother.
Yeah,
so
he
was just a young punk.
Yeah, he was a freshman.
Oh man.
And see, I was a senior, so he's my little brother, and then you come along, and now you my little brother.
There we go.
It's a really unique situation to be a former player, and I don't take that for granted. Josh and I was talking about it before the show, and it's an experience, and I want Josh to kind of lace us up, man, on I would call it the newer version of being a Husker. So let's go back to the beginning. Josh, where'd you grow up?
Man, I grew up here. So Dad came up here from Oak Grove, Missouri, okay. 83 to 87.
Okay.
So played down there, and then he happened to be over at Woods Pool one day when he was a senior, met my mom and never left. So I grew up here, man. I've been in Lincoln my entire life. We kind of bounced around a little bit of the north side of Lincoln and then ended up kind of out near Denton, kind of southwest of town.
Okay.
So I've been here forever.
Now, growing up here in Lincoln, man, and knowing your dad was a Husker, you played some ball yourself. So
tried to.
No, man. You did. What schools did you start off playing ball at?
Well, I always got to give a shout out to Lincoln Midget. Well, it's Lincoln Youth Football now.
Yeah.
Right. Lincoln Youth Football. Grew up doing that. Played Leon's. Played Union Bank, and then you just start growing up. And then we went to Southwest. So
you went to Southwest.
Played Southwest High School. Graduated in 13. But that was, I mean, I don't know. It might be the same for you, but high school football was one of the best times I've ever had playing football.
You know, that's funny you say that because I was one of those guys that I played high school football in Texas, but I had different motives.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys play for the love of the game. I played for things.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, material things.
Yeah.
It was I call it a deal that got carried away. My father and I made a deal when I was in the 5th grade. It was really a simple deal. You play football, get you these little things you think you got to have, and it got carried away. That's basically what it was. 5th grade, it was a bicycle. 7th, 8th grade, you start looking at the girls a little different, so you get the fancy clothes so that you can get a girlfriend. Then 16, you get a driver's license. You want a car, go out for the football team.
Yeah.
But truth be told, my football career was really unique compared to a lot of the people that I know and a lot of people that I played with, because they really loved the game, and I loved what I got from playing the game. And it was like, I don't knock them, but I was just trying to.
Yeah, and look where it took you, though.
Yeah,
I mean, you came up to one, the best team in the country.
To be honest with you, and I got to be honest about that too, I had a lot of success in high school, and the only reason why I had success is because I was allergic to contact.
Well, that works for a receiver, that's for sure.
But see, I was playing running back, and then people like you at linebacker, I thought were probably people that needed anger management.
Yeah, I didn't develop that allergy that you had, but it actually ended up kind of being a little more of a problem for me early in at least the college career. Hopefully everybody doesn't remember my first couple of years playing, but it's different in high school. But I didn't like being on the ground.
Yeah,
really. So I, get like the low tackle. Low tackle is my Achilles heel. But in high school, I was fast enough to be able to kind of chase somebody down and grab them and throw them down and stay up and things like that. So it actually kind of ended up being a crutch for me. I didn't like being on the ground, but I didn't develop that allergy for contact.
Well, let me ask you this: when you played Southwest, you had a great career there, and then you come to Nebraska. Why did you choose Nebraska? Is it because of your dad, or you just?
Yeah, well, I mean, you grow up here. Yeah. I guess different growing up in Texas.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the Longhorns or somebody
Yeah,
like that.
it was Simmons for me.
Okay. Oh, so you were going. Okay, so you were going a little across the Red River, but I wasn't going nowhere, man.
Yeah.
I had one of these helmets in my basement, and contrary to kind of popular belief for me growing up around here, we didn't really go to a lot of Husker games, and being a former player, like you probably watch, we watch the games. We were kind of talking before the show. We watch it, but everybody thinks that we're going down to the stadium all the time and we're kind of Indian or workings.
Yeah.
And, I'm all in all the time, but it's kind of like we've been down there, we've seen it, so it's not not superhuman to us,
right?
Where if you haven't played before and you're around, it's you're looking kind of from the outside in,
right?
And it's
right.
You always want to be in, and it's so important all the time. But for former players, as much like, well, yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
he don't have, it's not Superman with the cape as much,
exactly,
kind of thing. So yeah, a little bit different when we were growing up. We just we did sports, played in the backyard and all that stuff, but it wasn't Husker until, boy, I don't know, I mean, probably end of middle school, where you're kind of getting into high school.
Yeah,
so then you just continue to grow and get better at it. And, once after my junior season, that's kind of when I really figured everything out, and you hit a growth spurt or whatever. But, got a Nebraska offer from Bo. I ain't going nowhere. But I do regret, though. I remember because I was starting to get some offers,
right?
From some other schools. And I remember telling Bo I was, technically the second commit in my 2013 class behind Marcus McWilson, who ended up going to Kentucky. But yeah, committed, and I was getting these other offers, and obviously I went into Bo, and I'm like, I'm coming here. I'm not going anywhere. So can I take? Those visits are free.
Yeah, right.
I would love to go out to USC and have go to a big game and then go around with your host or whatever for the night and go to some USC parties with the college,
Yep.
I would love that. So I'm like, Bo, let me go on my 5 visits, because you were limited to 5 at the time. And he, Bo, he's no. I mean, there was no discussion. There was no arguing, which I get. I mean, they would have looked bad for your first recruit in your class. You know, you kind of sniffing around other places. Nobody knows your true intentions but you. So right. I get it. But, man, it would have been fun to go take some other visits. That was for sure.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I took them. I took them all. They were great. I mean, and it was really – I met a lot of interesting people on those visits too, man. I mean, it was the one that stood out to me was my last visit was to Iowa State. Oh. And I was not even thinking about Iowa State. I mean, I wanted to be a Sooner, but Iowa State offered, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this last visit. And when there was two guys showing us around, and there was another recruit that was in the back seat with me. And it was really funny because, we're just going around Ames, Iowa, and then all of a sudden this dude said, hey, man, I'm Roger. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm Ricky. And he ended up being Roger Craig. And he ended up coming to Nebraska, and I came here, and we were in line getting physical. He goes, man, is your name Ricky? I'm like, yeah. He's like, Roger, remember? Iowa State. I was like, oh. So made friends that are friends to this very day.
Right.
So, yeah, I get it. I mean, even though you didn't get that opportunity, but I can understand why you
it would have been fun. Of course, it was different back. It was different back when you were.
Yeah.
That would have been like mid-70s.
Yes, it was 79.
I always say we've got the rules because of you guys. If you guys didn't have your time, we wouldn't have had no rules. They learned from you guys.
Yeah, we did change the game. I will admit to that because there was a lot of things that went on prior to you guys.
Oh, I think our years was probably I think we were the most restricted, maybe from, I don't know, what do you think, like 2005 until like 2018. That's kind of when the NIL and all that stuff kind of come in. We were probably the most watched and restricted where we couldn't do nothing. You guys had no eyes on you.
Yeah, no, we
had the most, and now it's the Wild West, man. You can't even, you can't compare that to anything.
Well, the funniest part that I remember is there was no drug testing.
There wasn't even any drug testing?
When I was here, the whole time, there was no drug testing. And we was doing things that we didn't have no business doing, sure. But as long as you was on time, you weren't missing class, and you performed on Saturdays, there was really no questions.
And there's something to be said for that, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for that, too. There's a lot of guys out there, probably smoking something they shouldn't be smoking.
Right.
But, as long as they're getting done everything that needs to be done, I don't know.
And see, and I'm going to tell you,
philosophical thing.
Yeah, and I think what helped us a lot too was the record.
No, when you're winning.
When
you're winning. But
people look the other way when you're winning.
Yeah, when you get blown out by 60, in Columbus, Ohio, tensions get a little tough.
Well, let me ask you this: your time in Nebraska, man. I was just sitting there thinking about. You played for Bo Pelini, if I remember correctly. And, man, I really, personally, I admired Bo. Even though he was a fiery guy, I admired him because he was winning games. Bo had some good seasons here. What was it like for you playing for him?
Bo was – everybody sees what they see, and, that's all anybody paints, right? They get the narrative of him yelling and doing this and the way he reacted with the media and everything. And that's what they see. That's what they picture that. But behind closed doors, man, I mean, there was no coach that loved his players more than Bo.
Mm-hmm.
He would lay down on a bridge for you, man, and let everybody go across him. He was going to die for his players and make sure that nobody hurt them. If he thought the media was trying to spin something wrong against the player, And that's, kind of ultimately where it got a little sour in the end was it was us against the world.
Yeah.
He was so protective and, kind of like that father figure for a lot of guys, protective of us and wanted to keep us safe, that everything became sour on the outside. But that's what people don't see is that Bo was the most player coach you could ever ask for. I mean, he changed a lot of guys' lives.
Well, the one thing I will say about him is, as a former player, I always felt welcome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I
There's no
went down, I
question.
mean, and I know he was in the middle of of the season and was doing things, but he always made time, and that's what I remembered about him. And a lot of my former teammates had the same feelings about him. I understand what you meant by they paint the picture. I get it.
Yeah.
But but sometimes that picture is not always 100% accurate.
No, I mean, they got to sell their articles and magazines and everything. And,
Right.
that's what gets clicks and what
Yeah.
looks good on ESPN when a coach gets fired up and everything. But, and the winning too. So,
Yeah.
that definitely helps. That
Well,
helps everything.
Josh, after your career in Nebraska, what was next for you, man?
Well, just like most of the guys that go down there and they play 4 years and they're able to get some significant playing time, you want to go take the next step and go to the NFL. And so I went through that process and went down, did my training, ended up getting hurt during training, so wasn't able to have a pro day. Got lucky to get picked up as a free agent by the Broncos, so kind of hobbled my way through summer OTAs and everything out there, and did my best to get recovered, but never could. And the NFL is, you're either available or you're not.
Yeah,
they don't care who you are, what you did, or if you're a nice guy.
Yeah, well, I always remembered it from NFL, meaning not for long.
Oh yeah, no, they're ready to move on to the next.
Yeah,
one.
it's straight business. Now, you said you had some injuries. What type of injuries did football cause you?
And honestly, it was good and bad, right? Like I made it through my entire college career with just some soft tissue stuff. I'd get a groin here, a little tweak in the hammy there. I had a shoulder injury and back in high school. So I pretty much made it through my high school and college career unscathed with a couple nicks and bruises. But then once you're really into the big boy ball, I ended up tearing my calf. So that takes a long time to go through, and then kind of had some ligament damage in my wrist. But then just kept trying, kept fighting. I still had the itch.
Yeah.
I still want to play. I still got it. I still can. That's the hardest part, right? Is when your mind says, I still can.
Yeah.
But this little injury is keeping me from doing it. If I could just get this, if I could just heal that up, then I could get back out there. So I'm trying everything. I went and played for free down in Texas in the spring league just to try and get some film, and ended up just getting nicked again. And then I go out to the AAF with Kenny Bell and Terrell Newby, and we go to Salt Lake City and try this new league. And then, that league folds after 8 weeks, and I tear my shoulder up again. And then I go with the USFL when that comes back, and kind of the same thing, just nicked and bruised with groin. And after the USFL season, we made it to the championship and lost. Ended up just kind of getting checked out after the season, and turned out my ankle was done.
Yeah.
I had to get some pretty big surgery on it. And doctor's recommendation, you don't run anymore, and you just kind of start taking it easy, or you're going to have to get this thing fused. So,
that's the part that, and I appreciate you sharing that, because a lot of times people that hasn't played on that level don't understand all the stuff that comes with it. I mean, they see the glory and the highlight.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more to it than just glory and highlight.
There's no question. And there's time. I don't know, maybe not anymore, but there's still times where you if you walk on the field at a practice field, you get that. You're like, oh man,
yeah,
I got one more in me. I got one more play in me, or something like that. And so I miss every time I'm watching games, or could be anything, could be high school, could be college, could be watching NFL. You get that itch. It's like, I can still, and then you really start thinking about it. I'm like, man, that's a lot of hours of film. Then even just after you're done with film, well, you got to go down and you got to get taped, and then you got to put these tight pants and work them on, and then you got to do all this warm up and individual drills, and then skelly, and then 9 on set. It's like, man, this is a lot. But then you see Saturdays, and it's all worth it. But you start thinking about all that process behind. It's like, maybe I don't miss it that much.
I really appreciate you sharing this part, because unfortunately, a lot of people, and I'm not putting people down, but if you haven't walked that walk.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean,
the transition's the hardest. The transition from playing at doing things at such an elite level and playing football or whatever sport it is, to now we're just going to work.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a painter or an insurance guy or a finance guy. You know, that transition is hard for a lot of us because we're so used to doing the things that we've done it for so long. And you've got these dreams and aspirations. And a lot of guys that made it to play at Nebraska or Oklahoma or these big schools, you never couldn't do something.
Right. Right.
You never couldn't. So, I mean, the NFL, well, that was just a no-brainer. Of course we're going
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's just part of the deal.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, that didn't happen.
Right.
So now, I mean, what a slap in the face. Now I got to figure out what's next for me. I don't, we've never not been able to do it.
And that transition is way more difficult.
It hits everybody different. I've seen a lot of guys that hit them hard where they're just down for years.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out what's next. And some guys had the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, they had a good head on their shoulders and you know, whatever was clicking, they were able to move on to the next thing. No problem.
Yeah. But that's not easy though.
No.
For everybody.
No,
you're right. It hits everybody differently. I definitely agree with that. So after ball, I know sometimes you even mentioned it during the before the show that you still have the itch every now and then. So in the meantime, what have you been doing?
So I total 180. So I had the injury, did the ankle, went out and tried my hand at coaching.
Oh, okay.
So I went out to Oregon State. Trent Bray was my linebacker coach. He was the then linebacker coach at Oregon State, and then he was the DC. He got promoted to DC while I was there. So I gave it a shot at that. You know, me and my then girlfriend moved out there, and I was never coaching's a tough life, man. I was never home. Yeah. I'd leave at 5 a.m. and I'd get home at midnight, and I got my girlfriend, now wife, out there that was just like, she's at home with the dog, and I'm out there working, but I'm with the guys. I'm around people all day, and we knew we wanted to have a family. So came back and started a new deal, man. So I opened and own a wedding venue.
Oh,
yeah, go figure, huh?
Okay.
So
okay.
Any bit of football knowledge I have is totally relevant. It means nothing.
So tell me about this business you started, man.
Dresses, heels, table arrangements, flowers. That's my life now, man.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I just live east of town, man. We opened it up just south of Palmyra. Found a beautiful piece of ground with a nice view and built this awesome building. And Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and a lot of days of the week, I got people coming in, hundreds of people coming in, brides, grooms saying I do, dads giving away their daughters, just hosting weddings, man.
That's cool though, dude. I mean,
what a 180.
That's called making an adjustment.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's a huge. So how do people go about reaching out to you though?
We got a website. We're just we're acreageevents.com. So, the nice part about it is, you get engaged. Just the next logical step is you got to find some place to get married at. So luckily Google is a great thing, and people type in wedding venues around Lincoln or Omaha, and we'll pop up and you just come out, see me, take a nice little tour. My wife used to do the tours, so you had the pretty version. And then we had a daughter. We had a daughter about 5 months ago, so now she's super mom, and I got to be the little uglier tour guide.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: you got a daughter?
I got a daughter. Oh, man, I got a daughter.
You got a boss.
Yeah.
That's what you got. You got a boss.
Well, so I've been with this wedding thing's been open for about a year. So I've been at 110 weddings in the last calendar year. So I've seen a lot of dads giving away their daughters, and they're giving the speeches, and they're kind of welling up, or the first dance, get a little tear and emotional. And before I had my daughter, I'm sitting there like, any knucklehead, and I'm like, what should be soft for? It ain't that big of a deal. She's not, she ain't moving to Europe. She's fine. She's right here. And then I got my little girl, and I'm holding her. I'm like, man, we might have to be shooting for like getting her in a convent or something. I can't let her.
Yeah,
I can't let her.
It's all different when it's you.
It's crazy now, but it's cool, man. It's the coolest thing I've ever done. So any sports or anything at all.
That's what's up.
Getting to watch her she found her belly laugh now. So watching her find her belly laugh has been the coolest thing in the world, man.
Man, that is so amazing. I'm proud of you because you're making the transition, and even if ball is in your future, you're making a transition right now just in case.
Yep.
Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. Don't y'all go anywhere. It's 93.7 The Ticket. It's to get you happy on out.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, for brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Way up there where the sun comes up under the big red sky, I do life the way I love, with family by my side. I feel home with me, no matter where I go.
Proud of where we're from, excited for where we're going. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Just got the brakes fixed on my car today.
You did? You haven't even left the office.
I didn't need to. I got a guy who picks up my car and drops it off when it's done.
Well, who's your guy?
Graham Tire. They have pickup and delivery service at all 5 of their Lincoln locations.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Dinner and a movie? You've done that. Arbor Axe House has a date night deal that really hits. This Valentine's Day, enjoy a special rate that includes an hour of axe throwing for 2, plus drinks and koozies. Reserve your lane today at arbораxe.com. Arbor Axe House, on the corner of N Street and Antelope Valley.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Man, I've been having a blast with my little brother. I mean, we probably should air these breaks too. But no, back to Josh, man. Again, I understand all the stuff that you had to deal with the injuries. And I want people to understand that, when you're playing sports, in most cases, it's the early part of your life. And there, with all the injuries and all the things that you've had to deal with, then you still got to live.
Right.
So I guess my question to you is, you started a business, you have a 5-month-old boss that's going to do a great job of being a boss and a supervisor. Right. What's next for Josh, man? I mean, what's your future look like? And if you had to guess what it would be.
Well, I kind of got that doing this whole business thing. Like, that was probably the best part of opening, doing the business and opening the acreage was the process of getting it. You can kind of relate it. I know about a wedding venue, nothing, but so being able to learn and really dive into it and just do the late night hours on researching and talking to people and, just being able to build this thing from nothing and learn all these different avenues and peoples that you have to do to create something like this. So that was kind of my new itch, right? That really made me feel good. So I'm hoping in the future that I can kind of continue to build things like that, build different businesses, whether it's, another wedding venue or a coffee shop or a roller rink, anything right. like that. And, the most fun part about, doing that sort of thing is the people that you get to meet. So, being able to invest in good people.
You think you'll do a little more in the town that you're in, or you'd like to venture off?
I would like to. I'm a Lincoln guy. Nothing against Omaha people, but I'm a Lincoln. People are like, oh, we got to go up to Omaha to have any kind of fun or do anything. I'm like, no, we got a lot of stuff around here, but I don't know. I just kind of go wherever it takes me. One of my best employees, we were out to eat at Hero 88, just getting sushi, and this waitress next to me was phenomenal. Talking to these, I was eavesdropping, and she was awesome with her guests and the little daughter they had. And afterwards, I'm like, you want a job? Like you just seem like a great person. And so, being able to bring her on, and she's got her own ideas, and meet other people, and they've got their own ideas. So that's kind of the future for me is there's great business ideas, but there's also great hardworking people. So I'd rather, be able to put myself in a position where I can help them, accomplish their goals and kind of ride other people's coattails, like a coach. When you're recruiting, you recruit the good players to ride their coattails. Right. So that's what really is kind of driving me now, is be able to just create new things and help good people.
Speaking of the future, that 5-month-old boss of yours is going to turn into a teenager one day.
Yeah.
And
I've already started putting a fund away for her wedding.
Well, you know what? First thing that popped in my head was, what happens when she becomes a teenager and she says, hey, Dad, I'd like to go to the movies with my boyfriend.
Yeah, we've had this discussion many times. Me and my wife. We're not quite on the same page yet. I think it's reasonable that if she wants to hang out with Joey or whatever this kid's name is, Joey wants to come over and hang out, Joey has to sit down at a family dinner.
Yeah.
Beforehand. I got to be able to see if Joey's a schmuck or not. I think it's reasonable. My wife thinks that's a little ridiculous, but Ricky.
Yeah, I get it. That's why
I know what's going on in Joey's head. Okay, I gotta look you in the eye and figure out. And if Joey's a decent kid, Joey can hang out. You guys can hang out, watch a movie. But if Joey's a slappy, Joey's got to go.
Right.
This is my worst fear. I don't know how long I got. My wife was boy crazy when she was young. My mother-in-law was like, oh, no, like some early middle school, elementary school. She was just boy crazy. So I'm sitting there like.
Well, here's the funniest part is your dad going to probably be looking kind of close too.
Oh yeah. And uncle, and her uncle Tony. I mean, there's no messing around. I got a niece too. So my sister had a daughter this year. So we got two girls. That's my dad's first grandbabies with 2 girls. So yeah. No, the protective wing is over the girls.
I know
I
Bando.
can wait.
I hope Bando's listening because he knows I know what he's thinking.
Oh, it's gonna kill. Yeah, trust me. This goes through my head the whole time. My dream is I had a teammate. That's my goal, is to be that. This Chris Webber, linebacker of mine. Shout out Chris Webber. He's got the life I want my daughter to have. He met his wife Sam when they were, correct me if I'm wrong, Webby, but some like elementary school.
Yeah.
That's the only people they were with for their entire life. Got married. They got 3 kids now.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I got you.
I want the Webby treatment.
So you ain't trying to hear all that. Yo, what's up, man?
No.
You know, I come to see your daughter. You know.
No chance. Nope, none of that's gonna happen. We got some. We were in there for church service, and there was a little boy, a little 4-month-old boy or something sitting right in front. And, you know, we kids can't handle their eyes, so he was just staring at my daughter, and I'm like, buddy, this little 4-month-old, I'm gonna flick him in the nose. Yeah.
Well, it's going to get more and more interesting because when she's able to talk and start forming her own ideas, you know.
Yeah, and that's the that's the thing, and that's, you know, one of the better advice. I'm just here to guide.
Yeah, we're talking about this as if this is forever away, and it's really not.
No, this in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
I mean, she's felt like yesterday she was born, and she's 5 months old and rolling over and babbling, and just had her first food today. And yeah, no, it's going to go quick. But the best thing somebody ever told me was, you know, you're just here to guide.
Right.
You know,
right.
You start controlling, you know, then all kinds of things happen. If she gets resentful or she wants to do other things, like, you're just here to guide life. Bad stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but you just got to
and
love them to death and just try and help guide them in their own path.
And that's a very realistic way to look at it, because adversity, it doesn't really discriminate. No. It attacks everybody, at least everybody that I've ever known. I don't know anyone. I don't think it's going to stop.
No, and that's what makes you better.
Right.
You know,
right.
It could be the worst thing in the world, but somehow you just keep your faith and keep your head to the grindstone, and it'll come out all right.
Yep.
It'll come out better. You just keep faith's the big thing. You know, you got to have your faith.
Right. And I totally agree with that. I mean, I'm a believer. So my deal is this. I understand that life is going to be life. And, you know, we just got to make the best choices we can. And when we fall a little short, we got to dust ourselves off and keep going, because this thing called life didn't come with a book of instructions.
No, man. No. There's some guidelines.
Yeah, some guidelines.
But it doesn't have specific instances.
Yeah, it don't say,
no, there's
day 1, do this. Day 2, do that. It doesn't. It's not that simple. So, I mean, I'm just glad that I know you, because I'm definitely going to be on you about it in the future. I'll be like, man. I'll be like, yo, man, so how's the boss doing?
Wait, what's that movie? You ever seen that movie? 50 Cent in it. They're bank robbers and everything. So he's got, a long story short, 50 Cent's daughter going on a prom date. This kid comes to the door. And, you know, 50 Cent, let me talk to you for a second. And then he takes him into the garage, and he's got all these big dudes sitting there. Say, you know, 16 years, ever safety has been my responsibility. See, I have to bestow that upon you. So I'm going to call on all the former players. I don't care if you played in the 80s or 2015, man. You got to come to the garage, man, and intimidate this kid.
This is all her uncles.
Yeah. So, yeah, figure it out. No, it's good. I've had a very fortunate and blessed life, man. So I can, you know, I've had some adversity, but, you know, you start looking at some of the other things that have gone on in life and some of the things you read and stuff. So I've been very fortunate and very blessed for the life that I've been able to have.
Well, man, I will say this. I mean, I don't know you as well as I know your dad, but, you know, I know your dad's good people.
Yeah.
And right from wrong, I know you know that.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah, because he
I had a choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know Bando took care of that.
Yeah,
because I've had several conversations with your dad, man, and a real down to earth guy. And I'm not saying this just because you're here, but I like down to earth people, because the people that forget to be down to earth, I call it being humble.
Yeah,
I think I kind of I don't know the right way to say it. I don't get along well with people that are humble. I'm not knocking them, but I just don't think that it's necessary to be arrogant. I don't think it's necessary to put anybody down. And I also believe that no one's better than nobody else. And that's important to me. I've seen people, I'm sure you have too, where people, for whatever reason, let's say they got a few more material things, or they have a larger bank account. For some reason, it makes them feel like they're superior. Well, I disagree with that. I mean, I'm happy if you got a big bank account. I'm happy if you got a big house and all that, but I still don't think you're better than me because I don't think I'm better than you. You know, and I look at your dad like that. I mean, he's just, every time I see him, he's the same guy.
Oh yeah, nothing. And that's the way we grew up and everything. Nothing really matters. I mean, you just do your thing and be a good person, and everything ends up working out. And I think there's still plenty of that around. To me, the problem is these phones.
Yeah.
And all the social media and all the bragging, and it just turns into a big comparing thing where everybody's trying to show I'm bigger, better, and better. Yeah. I'm doing this and doing that.
I always looked at social media as a way to show the highlights.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah. And that's fine if that's your thing. My thing is encouraging people. And I love to see people do well. I don't care who you are. Do well. Because when you do well, believe it or not, it inspires and encourages me to do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like lifting people up, but when I see other people doing big things, man, it's like, you know what? There's hope for me.
Yeah. Well, that might be that little competitive in you too, which you got to have it. I see you doing good. Well, what am I doing? I got to try and do some of that.
Yeah, it makes you step your game up. And I respect that, but a lot of times it doesn't always work out that way, but that's just how I choose to look at the, like you say, the technology piece. I mean, I get it. I know there's a lot of negativity out there. I get that as well. But when it comes to negativity, if you don't feed it, it can't grow. So I have these little Ricky-isms, and another one of them is, I use it all the time, is 50 feet rule. If you want to be negative, but give me 50 feet.
The 50 feet rule.
Yeah. You can be negative, just do it over there.
Over there? I might start using that one. That one's not too bad.
Yeah, way over there.
Yeah.
and it's not a put down. It's just a way that I can continue focusing on the positive.
Right.
Because there's just, to me, the world needs more positive.
Yeah. Ultimately, I mean, the social media and all that stuff, I think ultimately it's still probably a net good. There's a lot of good things that come from it, but it's a double-edged sword, and it can definitely tear a lot of people down. So yeah, you can learn how to do a lot of things on there. And
well, I mean, it has some great benefits.
There's no question.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of Google. I'm a huge fan of GPS.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I wouldn't be able to get anywhere anymore.
Man, I don't know how I got around without GPS.
I don't either, but I still get some people on the phone or some, like grandma and grandpa call the venue and they're, how do we get there? And, they're expecting me to say, get to the corner of this and turn west, and you go about 3/4 of a mile and then you head back south. And I'm like, you could just Google it and it will come up.
Yeah. I mean, I am not going to ever put down the benefits of it.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, it actually helped me get to that gym in Columbus yesterday.
Yeah, see?
Because I've been to Columbus a few times, but I don't know it like street by street.
The only thing I know good about Columbus is they still got a Valentino's buffet. Rest in peace to the one in Lincoln. It's nothing like the one in Lincoln, but it's still a Valentino's buffet. So you go up to Columbus, you got to stop by that.
That's funny you said that too, because like the girls' team played before the boys' team, and when the girls' game ended, they went and got dressed or whatever, and they came back and they had boxes of Valentinos.
See, they probably went to the place. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I guess they had them delivered.
One in Lincoln.
I guess they had them delivered or something, because they were all sitting up in the stand watching the boys' game eating Vals. I was like, wait a minute. And they from Cedar Rapids. So I'm thinking, okay, I see what y'all doing.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I know about Columbus at this point. That and a water park.
Well, hey, look, we're going to take one more quick break. Then we're going to come back. Don't y'all go anywhere. This is 93.7. The Ticket is to get you happy on out.
Change begins with you. Join a weight loss medication study at Solarion and earn cash in the process. If you are 19 to 65 years old with excess weight to lose, you may qualify. Participants could earn up to $22,750 for their time. Study includes 1 2-night stay, 1 3-night stay, and 38 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/flamingo or call 866-213-2965. Weight loss not guaranteed.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey there, this is Paul Shield, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, we back. Man, I've had a blast talking to my little brother tonight. I just, again, before my time gets away, this segment is really short, but I just wanted to say congratulations on, starting your business and starting a family. And I know Bando's real proud. I can just see him smiling, man. Cause it is kind of funny to me though, because I think about good people. I love good people, man. So I just want to give a shout out to your dad. Is there anybody you want to shout out to?
I probably got to give a shout out to my very lovely wife, Lydia Banderas now, and then my lovely little daughter, Lenore Lee.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm calling her the boss.
Yeah, she is the boss. Because she's the boss of both of us, though, so I got two bosses.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're ATM now. That's what
it's about right. That's how it feels, doesn't it?
You make the money and she gonna help you spend it.
That's right. She's a horse girl, so we got horses and
donkeys,
wow. So that's,
So you doing the country living all the way around.
Oh, for sure, man. I had to hit the chores before I came down here and make sure the ducks were in the coop and fed and the horses were fed. And no, man, I'm doing the whole thing. I wasn't no horse guy. I grew up in Lincoln. I didn't grow up on the outskirts, and now I'm doing chores because she's a horse girl.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, you know what? At least you're learning and you're willing to learn.
Yeah. Oh no, I love it now. I wouldn't get rid of any of those animals for anything.
Peaceful living too. I'm sure.
Oh, so yeah. Peaceful when it's peaceful, but when one of them starts going choking or doing something funny, then it gets a little stressful. But it's nice out there, man. The stars are beautiful. It's quiet. You can just run around with the dog. I don't got to put a shirt on anytime when I don't want to. I just walk all around.
That's cool. I really do respect what you're doing, and I just want you to know that what you're doing is a complete opposite of what you grew up doing, but you're making the transition, and that deserves a compliment as well, because a lot of people can't make the transition, and sometimes it doesn't turn out well. And you seem to be doing really well, and I'm proud of you for that. And
I appreciate it.
I just want you to keep doing that. But I always have to ask every guest. I have one final question. When Josh has some free time, which I don't think you're going to have a lot of lately going forward, but when you do have some free time, man, how does Josh get his happy home?
Shoot, I could say it's going out and spending time with the animals, but honestly, man, I'm a movie nerd. I just like sitting down and relaxing and just putting on a movie. I don't care if I've seen it 100 times, but that's my comfort spot. That's where I like to be.
Well, hey, that's what's up. Hey, look, I just want to thank my guest, Josh, for coming in and Bach handling business over on that board. I appreciate it. But I wrap my show up the same way every week, and this week's no different. Every day you bless the saint. It's just another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Go! I'll see y'all next Sunday.